Hello and welcome to the McTaggart Attack Podcast. I'm Kevin McTaggart, and in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about House of Representatives Minority Leader Republican Kevin McCarthy from California and why I think he's a coward. Let me know what you think of this episode by commenting on the YouTube video or finding me on social media at McTaggart Attack on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, or email me mctaggartattack@gmail.com. Let me know what you think after listening to this. Let me know if you think Kevin McCarthy's a coward. I know. Is he? Do you think he is? Or is he just doing his job? Let me know what you think. I'm curious about it. Maybe if I actually get a comment, I'll talk about it in a YouTube video someday. But I don't get any comments in my YouTube videos, so the only comments I get are about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and I'm sick of talking about that topic. So I may revisit it again at some point. But anyway, let's get on with today's episode about Kevin McCarthy being a coward. So I'm not sure how to start this off. I guess Kevin McCarthy is a coward. Coward. That's what he is. The best way to explain it. He's a coward. He's a typical politician. He really is. He's the epitome of what a politician is. That's all he is. I'm saying this because I didn't really know what I wanted to do a podcast about today, to be honest with you. And I came home and went to Twitter and saw his statement regarding the actions of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Not the actions, but like the words she said, things she said in the past, and he condemned her. He condemned her statements, but didn't list any punishment. And then he went on to say something, the second half of his statement went on to bash Republicans who have said, insidious things in the past, and why don't we go after them too? If we're going to go after Marjorie, why don't we go after these people? I forget what that's called. I don't know what that phrase is called exactly, but that's just so tired and lazy and dumb and stupid, and it's just ridiculous. It's just an awful tactic to go at. Oh, hey, yeah, we're bad, but they're bad too. Take accountability. Take accountability. You have a crazy lady in the House of Representatives as a Republican who believes in conspiracy theories, and you're not punishing her? I mean, I have no problem with her being in office. She won, which speaks a lot about our country, and Georgia mostly. I didn't say this in my episode about her the other day, but I'm convinced most of the men voted for Marjorie Taylor Greene because of her looks. But hey, you're gonna vote for somebody, no matter how you're gonna vote for someone, right? So there. And it's just ridiculous. Like he let's get back to McCarthy. Like he's just a slime ball. He really is just a slime ball. He's a coward. Like I said, he's a coward. He's gonna go ahead and say he's the one. He's the House Minority Leader. Sorry. And he supported Trump with his big lie about the election. Refused to acknowledge Biden as the president-elect. Begrudgingly says he's the president now because he has to. And of course he condemned the actions of January 6th. But when it came to the impeachment trial, he didn't vote to impeach. He didn't when they did the impeachment proceedings, he didn't vote to impeach. whatever. He had this long speech saying, "Oh, but he said Trump was responsible for it," but then went on Fox a few days later and said that Trump wasn't responsible for it. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. He's pathetic, but he's like any other politician. Like if he wanted to, like, if he really was going to condemn MTG, he wouldn't have put her on any committees. But he did. Because he knows people voted for her. Maybe he wants to give her a second chance. I hope if she continues to say ridiculous conspiracy theory type things that he does take a stand. Because I think his stance seems to be, well, she said these before she was elected. Let's see how she is now. But that's how she got elected. Saying these conspiracy theories, believing in these conspiracy theory things. She's not going to change. She's not going to change. And he's a coward and he doesn't want to make himself look bad. Because Trump is his hero. I have the TV on in the background because I just wanted to see if anything would happen with this whole thing. Because as I'm doing this podcast, the Republicans are having a conference. And I've heard what's happened in the conference. They've been going after Liz Cheney, and this is another thing why McCarthy is a coward, because McCarthy seems more upset at the fact that Liz Cheney voted her conscience for impeachment of the president than Marjorie Taylor Greene's conspiracy theories. That's just pathetic. It's so pathetic. But it's not like you can't kick out a politician like Marjorie Taylor Greene. You can't kick her out, but you sure as hell can't put her on committees. I'm sure she's going to get kicked off the committees by the Democrats because they have the majority vote, because there's an order or something out there that they're going to vote her out of her committees. Rightfully so, because she's a loony. She's a Looney Tune. Mitch McConnell called her a Looney Tune. Mitch McConnell. I'm worried that the Republican Party is going to be the conspiracy theory party. I'm sure Republicans are worried that their party is going to become the conspiracy theory party. They need to just stop believing in lies. They need to stop pressing lies onto people. They need to stop endorsing lies. They say that they're not endorsing lies, but they are. They're still electing people who endorse lies, endorse conspiracy theories, because that's what conspiracy theories are. They're lies. It's ridiculous. And the House Minority Leader, Kevin McCarthy, is just an annoying fucking coward who won't do anything. He's not going to take any... He's going to take more action against Liz Cheney than he is against Marjorie Taylor Greene, because he's a coward. He rips Trump. He blames him for the insurrection of the Capitol January 6th. Then takes back his statement. Then goes, visits him, and takes a photo with him down in Mar-a-Lago. You kidding me? The House Minority Leader of the House of Representatives for the Republicans goes ahead and poses for a picture with Trump. I don't understand why people still want to support this guy. You're going to stand behind a president who didn't last a term, who could only last a term, and he lost the popular vote both times. As much as he says that it was conspiracy, that he actually won the popular vote, you didn't. But the Republicans want to stand behind this big fat liar, and it's disgusting. And Kevin McCarthy is disgusting. And he's a coward for being disgusting. But he's just like any politician anyway, who no matter who the House Minority Leader would be, they'd still be a fucking coward. Because most politicians are cowards. Because they're too afraid to piss off their base. They're too afraid to piss off anyone. That's the problem with politicians, is that they're so afraid to make a decision because they know that the people who voted for them aren't going to like it. And it's like, being a politician is just like you're a prisoner to other people's opinions. And Kevin McCarthy is a coward because most politicians are cowards. And he's probably going to punish Liz Cheney more than he's going to punish Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let me look at the TV one more time to see if there's any update. No, there's nothing on that. But it's just sad, and it's disgusting. And McCarthy is a coward, but he's also represents everything that's wrong about politicians. And nothing's going to change with that anytime soon. But we just have to stick with it and hope that the cowards get voted out. We just need to vote the cowards out. That's all we need to do. Vote them out, not storm the Capitol, because that's illegal. You're fucking idiots. But McCarthy is a coward for not doing anything to Marjorie Taylor Greene. He's going to let the Democrats do that, and then they'll look bad. He wants to vote her out, but he knows that he can't. But then he can blame the Democrats for having her voted out of her 2 committees. And if they choose to expel her, he can blame the Democrats for having her expelled. That's either good leadership or bad leadership, depending on your fucking perspective. But either way, he's a damn coward. And that's all I've got to say about that. Thank you so much for watching and or listening to the episode today. I really appreciate it. Please be sure to let me know what you thought. And that's the bottom line, if you smell what the McTaggart Attack Podcast is cooking.